Hey guys, we're going to be checking out another video about the American Dream. I checked out a video previously and Buddy was saying to us that, hey man, you messed it up. You messed it up. His American Dream went away once he actually, got an opportunity to be in Europe. And he wasn't an American, which was a very good perspective, honestly, because, an American, it's really harder for an American to lose the American dream. But for an outsider, I'd imagine it would probably be a lot more interesting because you're like, okay, I had the American dream. I want to do this. I want to do that. But then the realization that, Europe was the better place for you. So it was very interesting. But this video is actually going to be likely from Americans, I'm hoping. And the title of the video is The New American Dream. I guess they're saying the new American dream is getting out because the title has, the new American dream getting out. So yeah, let's get right into this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any recommendations, click that link in the comment section. You can recommend videos. I check them out as soon as possible. Without further ado, let's get right into this video.
A lot of people are leaving the United States, and even more are thinking about it. What is going on?
The U.S. State Department estimates that 9 million Americans live abroad, and that rate has been increasing substantially over the last several years.
The old American dream was about prosperity and opportunity, maybe home ownership or providing a better life for your kids. But for a lot of people, that dream is dead.
Yeah, it's just not an option anymore. Now the new American dream is leaving. It's still about prosperity, just not in the United States anymore.
So in this video, we're going to take a look at the top 7 reasons why people are leaving the United States, starting with the high cost of living.
Yeah.
When it comes to, okay, they're going to drop their 7, but I'm going to probably drop 2 or 3 right now. I think valid reasons why, people might opt out of living in the United States. And I'm not trying to say you should or you shouldn't, but I think these are the most valid reasons. Number 1. Mass shooting. Safety in the United States compared to places like Europe is just not supposed to be compared. It's just not supposed to be compared, right? There's just way too many, potential of you being hurt in the United States compared to a place like Europe. So that's number 1 in my humble opinion. Number 2 is the society. What do I mean by the society? You pay your tax, you get benefits from the tax. Simply mean that you don't have to worry about saving for your child's tuition for university. You don't have to worry about that. 90% of Americans, they're working hard. They're like, oh yeah, put this for the college fund. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that in Europe. And that's literally so amazing. And if you get hurt, you don't have to worry about an insane bill. Like, it's okay to have insurance and all of that fancy stuff. But at the end of the day, if you're actually in a place where you have less worries, the probability of putting you in bankruptcy is very lower. It's very much valid reasons to leave. But those are my two top reasons why I think any American would opt out of living in the United States. Cost of living, I think that's something that we can handle anywhere we go. More work, more money, I guess. I really don't know about the cost of living situation. I can't talk on it, but my 2, you guys can let me know if my 2 are solid.
That's number 7, and it is ridiculously.
So in this video, we're going to take a look at the top 7 reasons why people are leaving the United States, starting with the high cost of living.
Yeah, it's number 7, and it is ridiculously high. It's a major reason, especially why retirees are thinking about leaving. They can't afford to live in the United States after working their entire life, saving for retirement, counting on Social Security. Now they've reached retirement and realized that the amount of money they have to live on each month is just not enough.
Well, and inflation is just driving the prices up even more. It's
especially
so much more
rent.
Expensive to buy a house, to rent. We just read an article that said now only 21% of the homes that were available for sale last year in 2022 was actually at an affordable price point for most U.S. households. I mean, only 21%. That is the ultimate American dream, and most people cannot achieve that.
It's crazy how expensive home ownership has become. And that doesn't even include taxes and insurance, which have also really increased. So even retirees who own their home, every year the cost of that is going up because the cost of their insurance, the replacement value of the home, it continues to increase because material costs are going up. And the taxes are going up because of the value of the homes going up every year. They get reassessed, and those property taxes increase in those states that have to pay that, which is most of them.
Plus, we just read another article that 3/4 of Americans have seen their utility bills go up and up and up. I mean, and that, for some people, that is a deal breaker, that they have to choose between getting food to eat or paying their electric bill or having heating for the winter because the winters have been so harsh.
Yeah, we just paid our electric bill. It was $28 for an entire month. That's pretty typical for us. When we lived on the coast, we paid about $60 to $70 per month.
Where they live at? Hold on, $28? Hold on, boy, Johnny, come on, man. I be paying about like 50 plus, dog. Like, and my shit is small. I be paying 50 plus. Like, I'm so for real. It's crazy. But Finland is more of an expensive European country, so I can't really get on that. So can't really talk on it.
Because we ran the air conditioner during the night. But that's mainly all of our utilities are rolled into like less than $30 a month. We pay $45 a month for our internet access. Back in Denver, we were paying $120 a month for a fraction of the speed and reliability that we get here in Ecuador.
Yeah, and our cell phone bill is only $20.
Where the hell is Ecuador at? I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me, okay? Don't be mad at me. I don't know everything, cool? I don't know everything. I'm sorry. Oh, it's South America. So y'all chilling. Okay, say less. Whew.
A month, and you can even get plans for cheaper, spend like $10 a month, but that is just not doable in the US, at least not if you want really good coverage. It's just ridiculous. Utility bills now are running hundreds of dollars, and what are you going to do? You have to have electricity and heat.
Yeah, we have some of our commenters, our viewers, post in the comments that their electric bill is $400 or $600 just for their utility bills in a month. That is
that's
more
nutty.
than we pay for an entire year here in Ecuador. That high cost of living is probably the main reason why most Americans are looking to leave or have left already. And tied in with that is the next one, number 6, which is unaffordable health care. A lot of people have to leave.
So what is the healthcare like in Ecuador? Dude, listen. The only I'm not when I say this, don't get offended. The only reason why I know about Europe is because I live here. It's because I knew I was going to be moving here, right? Though I have family ties here, I never cared about Europe like that because my family ties is in the UK, right? So I never cared. However, the fact that I'm here, it's my responsibility, in my humble opinion, to learn. That's the whole reason why Foreign Reacts even existed in the first place, all right? Just because of Europe. So I don't know much about everywhere else. I'm just being real with you. I can't tell you nothing about Asia, about Africa, about freaking South America. I can't tell you nothing, okay?
Including us, because we could not afford health insurance and health care in the United States.
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot. We love sharing our healthcare experiences here in Ecuador because they are so positive while being so incredibly affordable. In general, you could be paying up to 90% less compared to the prices in the United States, which is insanity.
Yeah, prescriptions are about 90% lower here, at least some of them. The healthcare 70 to 90% lower than the United States. And if you go to other parts of the world, it really is 90% less for the same procedures. And it's not like a dirty, disgusting hospital. These are like nice hospitals too. It's the same kind of care that you get in the US. It's just a lot more affordable. And actually the health outcomes are higher despite having the most expensive healthcare system in the world. The United States just has average quality healthcare.
Yeah, Ecuador rates a lot higher, and so do so many other countries for quality healthcare. Plus, you get incredible service. You can get in to see your doctor right away. They will make house calls. The doctor makes house calls, people.
Yeah, I had to go get a test done recently, and I sent a WhatsApp message on my phone to my doctor, and I said, hey, I'm due for this test. And he sent a WhatsApp message back with the orders for the tests I had to get done. And I said, hey, can you send me a receipt so I can pay you for your time? He said, oh, don't worry about it. We'll just cover it under your next office visit.
And this is common operating procedure throughout Ecuador and other Latin American countries.
I wrote an entire blog post about our recent healthcare experiences, including cost and quality and the procedure for getting everything done and how the process works. So check below for a link to our website, amelianjp.com, for more info on that.
Hyvät matkustajat, tervetuloa EU-mainoisille lennolle Costa del Mayoneesiin. Welcome on board.
You trying to tell me that it's South America is where it's at? Ain't no way, boy.
Number 5 is the low quality of life. And this happens when you can't afford the basic necessities of life like food, housing.
One of the things we really improved after leaving the United States and moving here is our quality of life, because we don't spend every day worrying about how we're going to make ends meet, how we're going to take the little amount of money we're making and spread it across all of the giant expenses that we have. That is just massive quality of life improvement just by getting out of that imbalanced system.
Yeah, improving your work-life balance for some is a must. It really decreases your stress level as well. And you also get better quality relationships. So your whole life isn't all about getting your kids to school and then getting yourself to work, and your friends aren't just work friends. It's a completely different environment once you remove yourself from that toxicity.
And also for Americans, we're not used to having any vacation time when you have a job.
Yeah, what is it like over there?
2 weeks a year. You have to beg for that time off, and you can't take it the same time as other people do. But, you know, if you can transition your work to online and you can call your own shots and leave the U.S., and you don't have to worry about the vacation time anymore, because you kind of feel like you're living on vacation. I know that we do. I feel like our life is kind of like a permanent vacation, even though we work a lot. It takes a lot of energy to create all the content that we create, but we love it.
It damn sure does. It damn sure does. Like, a lot of people may think, like, oh yeah, that shit is easy. Before I came to make this video, I was editing a video for my, my channel that has, my life in Finland. And what was I doing? I was editing a project that I did outside, because I was making a patio outside, right? And I finally got it done. So, I had to make a little video, drop it on there and show the folks how I went, So, yeah, it's actually not easy. People think it's easy because it's just a video. But there's a lot that comes into it, man. Especially their video, you can see all kinds of, different things being added to the video's substance.
It doesn't feel like work to us.
Yeah, it's very liberating and very freeing, because we call our own shots, we create our own schedule. And I would not change that for a second.
Yeah, just leaving and working online has really, really dramatically increased our quality of life.
The next reason why people are leaving the U.S. is for adventure and exploration. And this is so exciting. We have explored all over Ecuador.
Yeah, we've been to a lot more of Ecuador than some of our Ecuadorian viewers who say that we've been to more places in their country than they have. We have been all over Ecuador, except for the Amazon and the Galapagos. Both of those are on our list, but we've been all over the mountains and the coastal region. It's an amazing country that we just would not have been able to explore, at least not at this level, had we just come here on a vacation and not lived here.
Exactly. We would have never had enough time, and we wouldn't have gone to certain places. Like, I don't think Mindo was high on our list when we came here for our exploratory trip. Well, I know it wasn't, because I had not even heard of it. And it was my favorite place to go.
Yeah, Mindo, the cloud forest, they're hummingbirds like you just can't even imagine. The toucans, there's waterfalls. It's an Ecuadorian tourist destination, but not as popular with international tourists. So it's just incredible to go there and experience it, and really just kind of be there with all the other Ecuadorians.
We've had so many other incredible trips, like going to Inca Pirca to see the ruins, which again, I didn't really know about, because everybody thinks ruins, they think Machu Picchu, but Ecuador has its own incredible version.
Yeah, those are Inca ruins. There's several different sites throughout Ecuador, including one in Cuenca, right in the city center. In fact, Cuenca was built on the Inca ruins.
Yeah, that's my favorite place to go in Cuenca. We could go on and on and on, but we're not going to.
Yeah, one of the great things, though, about being able to live in Ecuador and explore is that it's made us feel a lot more comfortable to go out of Ecuador and explore other countries. I've always kind of been fascinated with Colombia, but I was kind of afraid to go there. But after living in Ecuador, it just seems kind of normal. And we took our first trip to Medellin recently and just loved it. We had so much fun while we were there, and really can't wait to go back. Once you live abroad for a little while, it really does blow the top off of your worldview and your limiting beliefs and your perceptions about what the world is like and how safe or dangerous it is. And you realize it's really not that much different. People just want to live their lives, and it's fun to go explore all of the different areas. This world is so amazing and beautiful that it's just life-changing to see it.
And it is still affordable. So many places that you want to go and check out are very affordable.
The next reason people are leaving the U.S. is to escape Mother Nature. She has been really mean to us lately.
Really?
We have our issues here in Ecuador. We just had a pretty big earthquake that, several people died and it caused quite a bit of damage. Nothing like what we saw in Turkey, but earthquakes happen. Here we are on the Ring of Fire. Also, we've had flooding because of El Nino. El Nino's back and is dumping all kinds of water along the coast, the coastal region from Colombia down to Peru. So we're getting a lot of flooding. However, we don't have these massive hurricanes. There's no hurricanes in Ecuador.
Word. Word. That's crazy to think that there's no hurricanes there, bro. Like, hurricanes is like the number one natural disaster in the United States. To me, there's plenty more, but to me, right? Like, hurricanes just messes with everything, especially if you were talking about the coast, South Carolina, freaking Florida. Like, it messes with you, man. It messes with you. If you live in any of those areas, it messes with you. If you live in New York, you're not even lucky. Sorry, you're a little bit lucky, but like, you won't escape it necessarily because it comes up there sometimes.
Kind of along this western coast of South America. And the weather is very temperate. We live in the mountains. The temperature is always in the same range, like 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So we don't have heat or air conditioning, and we haven't the entire time we've lived in the mountains. When you live on the coast, you need AC, but you don't need heat there either.
Well, and we aren't having atmospheric rivers, and we aren't having bomb cyclones and major snowstorms or extreme drought. And we did have a little bit of drought last year, but nothing like the United States is seeing. And parts of Europe are going through this too. Parts of the world are just kind of going crazy by Mother Nature, but not everywhere is like that. So it's another reason why people want to get away, especially from the winter.
Yeah, the winters are brutal. They've been
I know you said it right now.
Lately in the
Hold on, eh? How you gonna hit on winter like that? Oh, crazy. What the hell? Winter's not that bad, is it?
United States, especially in the northern United States. And we don't have winter when you live on the equator. And it's really not as hot as people think. Everybody thinks that because we're on the equator, it's going to be like the Congo in Africa, where it's like jungle and it's hot and humid, or the Amazon rainforest. It's not like that when you live in the mountains. When you're above 5,000 feet in elevation, the weather is nice. It's temperate. It's spring-like all year round. All right, the next one, we're going to have to knock the energy down a couple notches, because this is not a good one why people are leaving the U.S., and that is social injustice. Blaxit is a new term that I just learned. It means black people are leaving the United States. They're moving out because they feel like they're going to get better treatment and more equal opportunity. Same applies for the LGBTQ community. They feel like if they leave the U.S. that they have better opportunities and they're treated better and they have a lot less stress in their life.
Yeah, obviously we don't have firsthand experience.
But I rarely have hostile interaction, so I can't really speak on it. But what I will say is this. Inequality in the United States is very much present, but I don't know it's something that I would necessarily flee the United States for.
With this type of issue. However, we've heard from a lot of people that have moved to Ecuador and other countries that they do feel much more welcome, and that it's just totally much more inclusive for them and their given lifestyle.
They also tell us they just feel safer. There are a lot of families moving abroad because they don't want their children raised in that environment, and they feel like their children are getting a better experience by living abroad. It's a safer experience for them too, and they're getting exposed to new cultures and new ways of doing things and seeing what life is like outside the U.S.
And the number one reason why people are leaving the United States is because of the political climate, which, let's face it, is pretty ugly at times.
It really is. We hear this all the time. It doesn't matter which political ideology you ascribe to. You're not happy with the way things are going in the US right now. And a lot of people talk to us, and that's why they're leaving. They post in our comments, they message us. Doesn't matter where they fall on the political spectrum, they're ready to get out because they're just sick of the toxic politics.
We don't talk about politics because it is so divisive, but if you're thinking about leaving, this is probably one of your reasons.
The world is even more accessible now because so many people are able to work online, plus your retirement dollars go a lot further in other countries where the cost of living is a lot lower.
The U.S. has a powerful passport, which makes the dream of leaving very easy.
A lot of countries allow U.S. citizens to stay for 90 days on a tourist visa. You don't even have to go through the hassle of getting a long-term visa. However, a lot of countries have long-term visas available too.
It's really unfortunate, but homeownership, education, and a better life for your kids, it's just not attainable. It's just not the American dream anymore.
And that's why the new American dream for a lot of people is leaving.
If you are thinking about moving to Ecuador like we did,
They had very good points. It is real life. Like, you can't be biased towards it. If you're a parent and you have a child, well, if you're a parent, you have a child. But if you're a parent, you're actually gonna look at the United States and actually be terrified in many, many aspects. Because if I am not a parent, but if I had a child right now in Finland or in the United States, comparable, right? I would not have to worry about tuition. I wouldn't have to worry about that because once that child becomes of age where they need to go to college, they can go, right? I ain't got to worry about it, right? And then the other thing is, though there is potential of harm to your child going to school or whatever, the rate and the chances of it is night and day. So, you know, if you're a parent, it's something definitely that I think a lot of parents would consider and maybe not want to live in the United States. But it's quite unfortunate. I really hope this situation gets better, you know, but most of the times when situations come this far, they don't get better. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm out of here. Peace.